After surviving a dark web-based assassin's chase, I thought the nightmare was over until one night my phone rang with an unexpected message. Congratulations, you've won 450,000. But what started as a dream turned into a bloody nightmare when I discovered the prize was just bait to enter a death game, where viewers pay to see torture and I become the next game. Follow along to find out what happened after I went home from the last episode. I received a call from an unknown number. I was naturally terrified to answer, but I did. A woman spoke to me in English, saying, "Congratulations. You've won $450,000 from Crimson Dream." I couldn't comprehend such a huge number. She continued, "A message with a code will be sent to you. Keep this code safe and don't share it with anyone to secure your prize." I was about to ask her what this company was, but the call abruptly cut off, as if it were a PI recorded message or something. I'm not sure. Seconds after I hung up, a message arrived from a sender named Crimson Dream. It contained the username RD512 and a complex password made of letters, numbers, and symbols. Below it was a link, and a note instructed me to use a program called Reva to log in 28 hours after receiving the message. It also warned that failure to log in within the specified time would result in the loss of the money. I was overjoyed because it felt terrifyingly real. I thought I should call my friend, Zayn, because he's deeply involved in these internet things. He'd tell me what to do and how to log in. I tried calling Zayn several times, but his phone was off. I couldn't wait. I started counting the hours, an hour before the deadline. I rushed to my laptop, took my phone, and emailed the message to myself so I could open it easily, as the link and password were very long and complicated. I opened my email, clicked the link, and it downloaded the Reva program they mentioned. After downloading, it prompted me to install it. Naturally, I started clicking Next and Agree without reading any of the terms and conditions. The program installed and asked for a username and password. As soon as I entered the user and password they gave me, the whole screen turned into a scene from a video game. A ship sailing on a river between mountains, surrounded by lit torches. I waited, and nothing happened. I tried to click on things, but nothing worked. After about 15 minutes, a message popped up. "We apologize for the delay. This is to encrypt and secure the station room." Soon after, a blue window appeared, a chat room, with about 8 names, all starting with RD and a number. At that moment, I started to worry. What is this? Where is the money they promised? I tried to type something in the chat room, but the text box was grayed out, so I couldn't. I waited for another 5 minutes, and a new window opened with 2 payment options: Bitcoin transfer or enter promo code. I chose the latter and entered the code they sent in the message. A congratulations window opened, saying I had won $450,000 for visiting their website during their 5th anniversary on April 20th. I felt a sense of relief, thinking, okay, this isn't just a scam. I remembered that April 20th was the same day I was at Zayn's house, browsed a lot of strange websites on his computer. Fear began to creep in. I knew all the sites I visited were terrible. There wasn't a single decent one. This must be one of those sites. I was worried and considered closing my laptop, but the curiosity was killing me, and the amount was too big to ignore. From my past experience, I knew these people don't joke around. If they want money, they'll take it. And if they're giving money, they'll probably give it. I told myself to be very careful and not do anything reckless. A short while later, the chat box became active, and I was able to type. My name turned blue. Other names in the chat started turning blue as well. Then another message appeared. Please wait to confirm and secure payments. I tried calling Zayn again, but his phone was still off. It was a long time for his phone to be off. Maybe he was asleep or busy and had it off. A message immediately appeared. Record users will be transferred to another room. 5 minutes later, the screen went dark again, and then showed the girl we had chosen tied to the bed with her hands and feet shackled. A masked man dressed in black was standing next to her, facing the camera. The chat started getting crazy. One person typed, "Play with her hair," the masked man did. Another typed, "Pull her ear." He pulled her ear. I typed, "Punch her in the shoulder." The man punched her shoulder. I looked at my balance, and $1,000 had been deducted. I typed again, "Pull her hair." He did, and another $500 was deducted. I finally understood. This was a sick game. The money was being deducted for every command. This must be a cheap, fake act. The people in the chat were paying for a show. I tried to close the window, but no buttons worked. The computer screen was locked. All I could do was type in the chat box. After about 15 minutes of this nonsense, a message appeared. Phase 2 has begun. This time, it was different. Someone wrote, "Slap her." He slapped her hard. Another typed, "Punch her." He punched her hard. I was in disbelief. There was a table next to him with various tools, a saw, a glue gun, a knife, and a stick. I thought it was just props. But then someone typed, "Glue her mouth shut with the glue gun." I saw him pick up the glue gun and stick it in her mouth. Then another typed, "Punch her stomach with a stick." He picked up the stick and hit her. Blood was coming from everywhere. When another person typed, "Hit her stomach with the stick," I couldn't take it anymore. I typed, "Stop." The masked man immediately stopped and looked at the camera. Someone typed, "Punch her in the face." He started punching her. I typed, "Stop" again. He stopped, and another $200,000 was deducted. I flipped my laptop over and removed the battery. When I put it back in and turned it on, the same screen asking for my card information appeared. I turned it off again and removed the battery, thinking I'd wait until the next day to reach Zayn. But the image of the tortured girl haunted my dreams all night. The next day, as I headed to work, I received a message from Crimson Dream saying, "Please deposit the amount owed within a maximum of 3 days." A few minutes later, Zayn called. "Jude, why did you call me 20 times yesterday?" He asked. I told him everything that had happened. After I finished, he seemed shocked. "Listen to me carefully," he said. "Drop everything and come to me right now. If you value your life, leave your phone and watch it work and bring your laptop with you." As I was about to turn off my phone, another message came from Crimson Dream with all my account passwords, including iCloud. I felt a surge of panic. They knew everything about me. I put my phone and watch in my desk drawer and rushed to my apartment in Cairo to get my laptop. When I arrived at Zayn's new apartment, which was only 2 streets away from mine, he told me to tell him everything in extreme detail. He told me not to leave out a single thing, no matter how small. I told him everything from the moment I got the first call to the last threatening message. He listened without interrupting or asking any questions. When I finished, he said, "First, you should never have gone on the dark web again, especially after your last miraculous escape. Second, you should never open a link from an unknown source through your email. They were able to hack your iCloud and all your accounts because you opened the link that way." He continued, "You have to understand that the dark web exposes you to risks of being robbed or even killed. Do you really believe someone would give you $450,000 just for visiting a website on its anniversary? This whole thing is very suspicious. You should have just deleted the message from the beginning. You're in a lot of trouble now." After his intro, I was more terrified than I was before. He asked for my laptop, opened it, and removed the hard drive. He connected it to a special device on his computer and started running programs and typing codes. Every time I asked him what he was doing, he'd say, "One moment, after 5 hours. It was getting late." I said, "Look, Zayn, I came straight from work. I'm going home to change clothes, shower, and I'll be right back." He said, "Okay." I went home and found my mother crying. The moment she saw me, she hugged me tightly. "Are you okay, my son?" she asked. "I'm right here in front of you. What's wrong?" I asked. She showed me a picture on her phone from my Facebook Messenger. It was a fake picture of me, dead and lying on the floor. The picture had been sent from my account, which made it even worse. She told me she had been trying to call me, but my phone was off, and she'd called my friends, who said I'd left work early. She was in a state of panic, and the home phone hadn't stopped ringing. The picture had been sent to all our relatives. I tried to calm her down, saying, "Don't worry, my phone was stolen, and whoever stole it is just playing a silly prank. I'll handle it, don't worry." I quickly changed my clothes and rushed back to Zayn's apartment. I was shaking. I tried to explain what had happened, but he told me to calm down. He asked me to log into my Facebook account on his computer. I did, and he confirmed that the picture had been sent to everyone on my friends list. I also saw a message from the Crimson Dream account. "Please do not turn off your phone again." I looked at Zayn and said, "They're doing this before the deadline even ends. What will they do when it's over?" He looked at me and said, "Don't worry. I want you to go to work tomorrow as usual. Turn on your phone and send a message to everyone telling them your phone was stolen and you just got it back. Act completely normal." I went to work the next day exhausted and stressed. I hadn't slept at all. I tried to call Zayn all day, but his phone was off. I checked my phone for new messages from them, but there were none, thankfully. I thought maybe Zayn had fixed the problem, hacked them, and deleted their data. I finished work at the usual time and went home. I ate and thought I would rest for an hour before going to see Zayn. I was so tired from not sleeping for 2 days that the moment I lay my head on the pillow, I passed out. I woke up the next day at 7 a.m., but no new messages had come. Then I saw a message from Zayn containing a link. I tried calling him, but his phone was off. I went to work as usual, tried calling again, but it was still off. I opened the link he sent me, but nothing happened. I tried again, and still nothing. I put my phone in my pocket and tried to live a normal day. 2 days passed without anything happening, so I thought maybe he'd solved the issue, and I finally felt a sense of relief. But then I received a message from them. 1 hour remaining until the deadline. They hadn't forgotten about me. The nightmare wasn't over. I tried calling Zayn again, but he wouldn't answer, even though his phone was on. I decided I'd finish work and go see him right away. I finished my shift as usual and headed home. As I was walking, a car started following me. It was all black and had tinted windows. I felt a chill and looked behind me. Follow us to know what happened.